What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Holeshot Hustle. I'm your host, Logan Maurer.
And I'm your co-host, Joe Maurer, and we are super stoked for this one. Our guest has been absolutely tearing up the off-road scene, proving that youth racers in Utah are on another level.
But first, we got to give a huge shout out to Carbon Emery MX. This new series in Central and Eastern Utah is all about bringing back fun, affordable motocross that the whole family can enjoy.
That's right. We've been racing the Carbon Emery MX series all summer, and it's been an absolute blast. It's been so cool checking out parts of Utah we've never raced at before, places like Bull Hollow and Monticello, Buckskin Hills and Vernal, and Carbon County MX and Price.
Seeing motocross alive and growing in Utah is super rad. Starting a series takes a ton of work and love, and Carbon Emery MX is all about keeping the stoke alive.
So come on out and support the series and help keep Carbon Emery MX rolling strong.
Please welcome to the show the one and only Leimomi Jensen, or Lemon as I know her, and her dad, Derek.
She's got speed, grit, and a positive vibe that's impossible not to notice. Whether it's hammering through the desert or crushing it on the track, she's showing everyone what determination looks like.
And the best part, she's just getting started. With big goals of going pro and a heart to back it up, we know this racer is destined for something special. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get right into it.
Let's go.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Doing great. Glad to be here.
It's good to have you guys. Man, it's been a long time. It feels like it's been forever since we saw you guys.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has been forever.
Well, I think the last time we actually ran into you guys was at Supercross
Oh, yeah.
in
That's
Salt Lake in 23, right?
Yeah, that's probably about right. And even then, we were like, dude, it's been so long.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you haven't forgot about us.
No, heck no, man. It's been awesome to watch you pursue the off-road stuff. You look extremely talented at it.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those that don't know, I think that you and Logan actually, we became acquainted with you guys way back on the 50s. I think, were you doing the beginner class just like Logan back in
probably.
19? So
Probably.
yeah,
Probably about the same age. So
2019 RMX beginner on the 50s, right?
Yeah, something like that.
been a long time. I barely remember because we've done a lot of racing since then.
Yeah.
And you guys were, so I guess all this time I've had your name wrong too. So we knew you back in the day as Lemon.
Yes.
If you raced RMX, it was Lemon, right?
Everyone knows me as Lemon.
And then, but your name, I've always pronounced it Leimomi, but it's actually
Leimomi.
Leimomi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, yep.
And where is that? Where does that name come from?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It means string of pearls or heart of the ocean.
Nice.
It was her grandma's name, who's from Hawaii.
Gotcha.
It's a family name.
Yeah.
And did you meet your wife in Hawaii, or did you meet her in the States?
No, she's from here, or Salt Lake, where we're at. Her parents, her dad is half and half, and that was your traditional Army Navy guy or Navy guy goes over there, meets a local, and that's her dad.
Gotcha.
Right? So he's the offspring of that, and so she's named after that grandma who was born and raised in Hawaii.
And you guys are on your way down to do the NGPC down in Mesquite. Is that right?
Yes.
This weekend.
Yeah, we're going straight there.
Nice. And I'm surprised to see you off crutches.
Yeah.
What happened? Is this 2 weeks ago that this happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Tell us a little bit about your crash. Where were you at?
We were at Knowles in Utah, and we were doing a Umora race. It was on the adult race, and it was a sprint enduro format. So it was just like the start. So there was 4 of us, and we were on the transfer section, which makes it so embarrassing that it happened. But he gave us the signal to go, and I wanted to like look really cool and go fast, and I wanted to try to get in front of this one guy in front of me. So I tried to get in front of him, but I kind of got cut off, and I went to the side, and I was going too fast. So I couldn't brake, and I couldn't pull off to the side, and I just went and I hit a big bush, and it just catapulted me so hard, and I just went like skipping like a rock.
And if you guys want, you can send me the picture or the clip of that. But yeah, pretty wild. And it's good. You are fully upside down, arms fully extended.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The flying V or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you are full on just.
Yeah, it was like a whole handstand on the bars.
Oh, her
It'll make a great
gymnastics
shirt
days.
or something.
Like a Nitro Circus trick.
Yeah.
It took me fully back. Like she used to do gymnastics when we got into 50s, right? And
Yeah, that's why it was such good form.
And I saw, like, I just got flashback to she's on the beam right now, you know?
Yeah. That was a wild crash. That's one of the wilder ones I've seen. And then you came off and basically scorpioned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked bad.
Oh, yeah.
We're so glad that you're up and walking and then it wasn't worse. So it sounds like you spent a little bit of time on some crutches after the fact.
Yeah, I spent that day until about Friday
Wow.
on crutches, and that was hard, especially because like I went on a field trip with the crutches.
Did you?
Yeah, we went to UVU.
First day back to school.
Yeah, went to UVU, and we did like 15,000 steps, and I just had crutches the whole time, just crutching around.
Yeah, that was her first experience with crutches, you know.
Was it really?
She's like a cat. She just lands stuff, she pulls out of it, and everyone goes, "She's really okay. Are you sure?" And they look at me like, "Dad, you can't be pushing her so hard. There's no way she's okay."
And he's always so calm about it too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was telling me that you were doing a little bit of running for him just to make sure that you could prove to him that you were ready to do this race, huh?
Yeah,
Pretty determined.
Yeah, I went for a 2-mile walk in the morning, and then I realized like I could run later in the day, and I was like, you know what? I'm going for a run. So I went for like a 4.6 mile run.
Wow.
That's the longest run I've ever done. And right after crutches it just surprises me.
It was like day one of not touching a crutch. She decides, okay, I'm going for a run. I'm racing this weekend. Because I told her, you can't ride until you can run. You know, like I don't know any other way to tell that you're ready. So she proved me.
So how long before this race did you guys decide you were going to actually do it?
Probably about 2 days ago.
Is that right?
I told him I'm not missing this race.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mesquite's a fun one.
Yeah.
We did the works. I think we did one in GPC too, and it was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun, other than quite a lot of people crashed and got hurt, but
Yeah.
Some pretty gnarly downhills they've
Yeah.
got up there. You've probably done a couple of them down in Mesquite. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did the whole winter series there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the off-road course stuff, you've done a few Grand Prix there.
Yeah.
So you're no stranger to that.
Yeah.
The gnarly kind of where the dozer usually goes. They put that in the track, and it's steep for sure.
Well, so it's been so long since we really seen you guys, and especially since you guys have raced together or anything like that. Take us back to the beginning. Like, how did you get started with dirt bikes and move into racing? How did that happen?
Well, I mean, he's always been big on dirt bikes, and he got me set on a PW, and I just remember like riding in the back of our friend's grandma's house, and just they had a little track back there, and I remember just trying to keep up with the bigger bikes, and I just was trying to keep up with them, and then
Well, that was Motorcycle Mondays, huh?
oh yeah, it was so much fun because I'd always just try to keep up, and then we'd go out riding, and he used to tie a strap to the back so that way he could like keep control of me. But I just have him like dragging through the dirt because I just take off, and he's just like trying to hold on, but he couldn't.
You know how it is trying to teach a kid like how to go fast enough they stay upright on a bike, but not so fast that they're gonna take off on their own and splatter somewhere.
Right.
So I would just tie a strap to her bike and slow her down and run with her. Well, I've never run so much in my life.
Oh my god.
50
Dude.
running is the best, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. So eventually
I'm in that moto life again. I got another 50
Oh, that's
running.
right. Yeah. Dude, I do not envy you because that is brutal. So finally I just like cut the cord, right? Just okay, whatever happens. And she did really well. She's such a good athlete. She picked up on it fast, but friend of mine, we used to do what we call Motorcycle Mondays. It was like their family home evening get together. Well, who wants to get together more than if you're on dirt bikes together?
Right.
So all the kids would get on dirt bikes, and they convinced to build a track in their grandma's backyard. I'm not even
awesome.
kidding. It was like in a neighborhood too.
Yeah.
And we would just ride this tiny little track, and the little kids would be out there It was fun.
Yeah, and then he would ride his bigger bike, and I would just like try to keep up with him as much as I could. And I just remember like trying to pass him.
Dude, she was so aggressive. Even from a little kid, she would just shove her tire in there and just totally stuff us in the corners.
Nice.
Taking advantage that she knows we're not going to kill a little kid, right? So she was cheating.
Smart.
Anyway, from there, I've been into dirt bikes forever. I always wanted to be more into it than I was.
Did you race too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've never been fast. I've just always been interested.
Gotcha.
So there's always been motorcycles in the garage, right? Her whole life.
Right.
So when it came time to be able to get a riding buddy, that's what this was all about. Just get someone that I can ride with, right? This is my future spending time together. However, and that was the goal.
Yeah.
But she took to racing, and I've never been fast. So
how did you what was the spark that got you into racing? How did you even know about it?
I don't even know. I think you just told me about it.
I probably pushed her into it. It's like, you want more time on the bike? Let's go do this thing.
I remember like my first race, we went there and he put me in like a way bigger class than I was supposed to be in. And I went and I was like on the line and we were ready to go and everyone was just so fast, jumping everything. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? And I was just so scared. But then we realized like, this is the wrong class, that it shouldn't be for me.
Now, did you start racing on a PW or had you upgraded to the 50 by then?
We got the 50.
50 senior. We started back when the St. George track was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably
like my favorite track.
Was that your first race, that mud race?
That wasn't our first, but everyone remembers the mud race, right? It is not like which one, it is the one.
That was his very first was the mud race.
I remember you saying that. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That day was terrible. You must have gone home like, why did we do this?
It's amazing he wanted to keep doing it after that, right?
I went full blown like swapping sideways everywhere, just trying to keep it on two wheels. But
yeah, and those 50s are so hard to like get through that mud. Yeah. It was super fun though. I loved
it. He seemed to too. It looked gnarly to me though. I was like, oh, this doesn't even look like fun.
Because you weren't into racing at all, right? So that was your first experience too.
It really was. That was after 3 or 4 months of my wife just thinking about it and kind of like, do we want to do that? You know, because we were a little leery about it. But I didn't come from a background, and so I'd only gotten my first dirt bike about a year before. So it was.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember like when I was at the track, I remember when we went to St. George, there was like this group of boys and I just wanted to like be so cool and I just wanted to fit in with them because I just remember them being like so aggressive and that's when I realized like I could beat these boys. And then it wasn't to a point where I started beating them. They didn't like me even more and they were just hate on me. But then eventually we all became like best friends and we'd always just camp with each other and run around and it was fun.
Who is it?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you.
That's probably where you met
like Weston
almost all the
or
people
something.
that
I don't
we're
know.
with still. Yeah.
Something like that. I remember just like a bunch of these kids and I don't know.
That's where we met like Rune for the first time down there.
Logan.
Yeah.
Definitely Logan. Me and him were always running around together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. You know, the kids that were all 50s together, they all seem to always have this bond a little bit. I mean, of course, they're all the same age, but like you go through hard stuff like that together because it really is. 50s are just, it is mental fortitude that gets you through 50s.
It really is. Yeah. Dads too. Yeah. Lots of running and standing bikes up. Right. Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe you guys went back after, if that was your first experience, like you guys are tough because I was like, man, we can't afford to do this. We wrecked so many parts.
Yeah.
It was so bad that like that's probably the one mud race I remember. Like out of every mud race I've done, besides Delta, like that's the one.
Yeah, that will always be the one.
Maybe in a cool way, it kind of set the bar like really high. Like, you know, if you can get through that, that was trash. So, you know, for the most part, it's going to be better than that. So
that's true.
Maybe
I remember feeling so accomplished after that race because everyone in my class didn't finish except for crew, and I got second like right behind, like right before the finish, my bike finally gave out, and I was so mad, but they still gave me points for it because I got
Nice.
like I actually got a couple laps in, and I was so happy after that race.
Yeah, she was stoked.
Yeah.
I can't believe you remember that. It's been so long ago.
And you guys did all the way. I feel you guys did all the way through 2019, right? For the most part.
Probably for most
Yeah,
of it,
we
like
did.
RMX stuff. Yep.
Yeah, I was super competitive in that. Honestly, I was so fast on my 50. I could never keep up on my 65. If I raced my 50 south on my 65, I would have never been able to catch up.
I couldn't give her the time. It just kind of came into there's such a steep learning curve at that point, and you've just got to like get the repetition in.
Yeah.
And where I was at with what I could give her as far as time and money and stuff just wasn't there. So we just kind of picked and chose races that looked really fun that we could also show up to.
Sure.
And that just made it, the gap between her and everyone that she knew just grow and grow and grow farther apart. And I think that was discouraging, but, and then from there, like we still love doing the RMX stuff. It's still tons of fun. Good people, love the tracks.
Yeah.
But I was always more into desert and mountain riding. That's what I like. I was never big into, I never really enjoyed riding motocross myself. So I was like, well, let's go do the stuff that I like to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember the first desert race I did. I remember it, and I just thought it was like I was just having so much fun. I remember me and my friend, we walked up this super like steep hill with our bikes, like our pedal bikes, and he said to me, we can go down at the same time, and he counted down 3, 2, 1. And I was the only one that went, and I scorpioned and just went flying. And he got it on video, and it just looked so bad. But then we did the race, and I was just having the time of my life. And it was just a fun
She did
experience.
great. And it was a
so much
national
fun.
too.
Oh, was it?
And
Yeah.
we didn't really, I wasn't really even paying attention, but now that I have photos, she's like on the podium, the National Hare and Hound, like they do a big presentation
That's
thing.
awesome.
The
That's our
photo's
very
funny
first
because
one.
everyone's like so tired, and me and my friend that I was with, we're both like, "Oh my gosh, we just did this race! It was so fun!" And everyone's just like, "I can't walk."
Yeah. So, a lot of my friends are desert racers. That's more my background. And that's what we're always around. That's what all my friends' kids do. They don't do
Right.
the motocross thing.
Yeah.
So we were just hitting those because like we're camping with friends. We're doing fun stuff. I would race a few.
Yeah.
And she was always really good at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just we kind of were living both worlds, which was hard to do for a lot of people. It's like impossible to do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what's developed her into her skill set now. Because a lot of the people she races in the off-road world have never ridden a track,
Is that right?
Yeah.
or they just don't want to.
Yeah. All the desert people, they'll never touch a motocross track, and then all the motocross people will never go riding in the
Yeah.
desert.
Right.
They don't
That
mix very
we
well.
know of, like most of the people, but some people are good at both.
Even like the Grand Prix format that we're going to do this weekend. It's off-road.
Yeah.
It's motocross. But yeah, it's like a 6-7 mile course.
And it's groomed
And
too.
the whole off-road is man-made, right?
Yeah.
Where the desert scene, you literally cannot have ridden it before.
Yeah.
That's so you don't get like a
You don't get a sight
practice
lap.
day?
You don't
Wow.
get nothing. And you're just going as fast as you can. Like nothing.
I mean, so like the youth courses are usually 13, 15 mile loops.
Yeah,
Wow.
But
you do many loops, but the adult course is just one loop. Unless you're amateur and up, you do 2 loops, and those are long.
Yeah. So like next weekend will be like 90 miles, for
93.
the adult course.
Where's what series is next weekend with?
National Hare and Hound.
Oh, okay.
National Hare and Hound, and there's a local desert racing series called Umora,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and they team up together.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the way that those desert races work, because they're so labor intensive to set up a race course, they have local clubs build the course, work the course, and National Hare and Hound is just like the backbone to it, to where they do the scoring, they keep track of all the insurance and all that other stuff. But without the local clubs, they couldn't do it. It's too much
Right.
work. It takes
Yeah.
like 2 weeks to set up a race course.
I'll bet if it's that far out. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Definitely worth it though.
So you go out there blind, which is awesome
Yeah.
and terrifying.
Definitely levels the playing field. I mean, yeah.
And that's where like a lot of motocross oriented people just can't deal with not having a sight lap
Yeah.
or anything, right? Like you go out there blind,
Yeah.
which is awesome, right? But
I love it. It
on the
gives you
flip
upper
side, because
hand.
I respect both for sure. Those desert kids, they look at a track and they're like, I would never hit
Yeah.
those ruts or hit
Right.
that.
Yeah, the ruts on Mesquite are so deep.
Totally. Yeah,
Nice.
definitely
So-
different type of riding. I mean, I imagine
So
it's probably
different.
hard pack and slick and sandy where you guys are at. And yeah,
Everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Logan's absolutely a track snob, right? If it doesn't have ruts.
I know. I hear you guys joke about that all the time, and it's just funny because, like, you can be with how amazing our tracks are around here. You're lucky. Like,
Yeah.
RMX builds
Yeah.
such good tracks.
Yeah.
We're all track snobs after
Yeah.
enjoying what they can give us, right?
Yeah.
Although I will be honest with you, I mean, since we've been back, I have been kind of thinking maybe we should get more into this desert racing kind of stuff because it's hard to find tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
we live in a track desert, so to speak, around here. I
Yeah.
mean, Mesquite's open, but that's the closest one. And I was trying to find a place for him to ride this weekend. And if we didn't race the NGPC,
Yeah.
there's really nothing available
This
you
time
know?
of year, for
Yeah.
sure.
And then the series moves north, and so Delta's close, but after that, it's so far away, and I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. It gets expensive and the travel, and it's like, man,
If you're not
There-
riding the track, then you're not riding.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
right,
and that's where I'm like, well, I don't want to ride the track. So how about you come out to the mountain with me or the desert with
right.
me?
Not the mountain, guys.
She's not a fan of the mountain yet.
I know. But if you guys do desert racing, there's like the one in Cedar City out here, and that one's so much fun.
Is that the Works one?
Oasis?
Or
Yeah,
is
the
that-
Oasis one.
We did that
That
one
one?
in 23, I think.
That was fun.
Oh, that
That-
was.
So much fun. I love the slide, even though like
Right.
I get blisters on my back, but oh my
Does
gosh.
it get hot?
No, like the first time I did the highest level,
Uh-huh.
I landed straight on my back and it was red for days.
Oh man, just slap the water.
But it was fun. I did it again and again. It
I
was
mean,
so-
like I
so
said,
funny.
like she goes up there, she's like, I need the bigger one.
Right.
Like no fear, no nothing. This girl, she likes to shock people.
So they had the small one, but the medium sized one was close. So you
Oh.
had to go from the small one to the big one, and
Either
that's
or,
a
huh?
huge difference. I was
Yeah.
like, in my head, I was like, but he was like,
That
go do it.
that course out there is just so. I think it's a good transition if you want to go from like motocross
Yeah,
to the off-road world because you get a lot of
Yeah.
miles,
Right.
yeah,
but it still is a man-made kind of course. You do multiple loops, so you could kind of get a feel for it on loop one and then really lean into it on loop two.
yeah.
Um,
There's
I
like
wish the guy
motocross
that
on it,
owns
too.
that would actually open that up to the people of Cedar
Yeah.
and let us
Just
ride out there a little
Yeah,
bit more. You know what I
that
mean?
would be cool. I really like the enduro knockout there. That was like one of the most funnest things I've done there.
I saw you doing some enduro on your Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was one of my favorites actually. It
Really?
was so much fun. And everyone just kept coming up to me and they were like, "Oh my gosh, are you the girl that did it on the 85?" And I'm like, "What can I say, guys?" But it was super fun. And it was for the Utah Summer Olympics or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So that I didn't even know that was like a thing, and
Yeah, I didn't
it was
either.
so cool.
Did you guys come down for the Battle of the Borders too?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I saw you out there. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the first time I did it.
How was that?
That was so much fun.
Was it?
That was like my favorite. That was one of my favorite races.
We signed Logan up for it, but he decided that he was going to get the flu immediately, and so we had to
Oh,
get our money back on that one. But
No, I was at
Not my fault.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of superstitious about signing her up too early
Yeah.
because I swear every time I sign her up like a week and a half in advance, she gets sick or something.
Or I get
Every
crutches.
time. Every time.
Yeah.
This guy, I swear, like I asked him, I like, is there something about signing you up for a race that makes you sick?
So you've had the same conversation.
Yeah.
That's hilarious because I'm like, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not signing her up till I have to because not worth it. That's funny, dude.
I will admit, I definitely in the time that we took off and the 2 seasons that we took off, it was really nice to get back to doing a little bit of riding with my ride buddy. You know, and I miss that. You know, I miss that with moto. Like it's usually me standing and watching rather than riding, and that's kind of why we got into it with him. Right, is to
spend time.
Yeah,
I mean, spending time even from the side of the track is awesome.
It is definitely.
Like most dads are not lucky enough to have something that they can do together with their kid where they're spending so much time, like actual time together.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, with us, I tell people, you know, all the time, like we have so much windshield time. It's incredible. Her mom gets jealous because we just
have like all
know
these inside
each
jokes, and she is so mad because she doesn't understand.
we can like
Feels left
finish
out.
each other's sentences, but that is from like
That's
you
because
know,
we spent so much time together.
we did like 25,000 miles in my van last year just going to races.
Wow.
Just racing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hours of like, you want a kid to talk to you and they don't want to talk. Well, 10 hours in the van behind a windshield, eventually they'll start to talk.
Yeah.
That is an awful lot of miles. So, like, tell me about you guys. Must have gone to a lot of different places.
We are all over. Like we go to the Idaho races, we go to the Nevada races, we go to the one in Lucerne, California, and those ones are like the farthest ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah, those ones are like what 9.5 hour drives, something like that.
We did the whole National Hare and Hound series last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a whole lot of rounds. Last year it was only 6 rounds.
Yeah, something
But
like that.
they're spread out over large distances.
Yeah, like every couple of weeks.
We did the whole Yamura series, which is essentially Utah, greater
Like
Utah.
local ones, yeah.
And then the grassroots off-road. So it's not like we're going super far. We're just going quite often. And
Yeah.
10-hour drive isn't out of the question,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, we have like races like every weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, we have races for like what, the next 9 weekends?
Yeah, not anymore. That was before they started. But we've got quite a few coming up.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite track so far?
Mesquite. Like for a motocross track?
Well,
Mesquite.
desert.
Idaho. Idaho's on top. And then the Moapo race, that one's a close like second.
Moapa.
Yeah.
And what is the course? Where is the Idaho one you're talking about?
Murray, Idaho.
Oh, okay.
Right? Oh, Murphy.
Murphy.
Sorry,
it's
guys.
like it's
It's like
an hour outside of Boise
Yeah.
into those
Oh, okay.
mountains.
Yeah, way up there.
It was
Yeah.
my favorite because it was super like I remember in the youth race we were just following a wash and it was super moist, like muddy but not too muddy, and it was just super windy, super flowy. But the only thing I didn't like about it was the whoops. They were the deepest whoops I've ever been in.
Is that right?
Yeah, like I'll complain being at Cherry Creek, but if like I complain there, I'm like the Idaho ones are so much worse. But
I know in moto there's several extremely fast kids that come down and race and you're like, holy cow, what are they feeding these kids up in Idaho? Is it like that for off-road stuff too? Are they like super fast up there?
It's hard to tell
I don't know.
who's from where because these big races have a turnout of like 400 people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And so you don't know who's who's coming from where,
Yeah.
who's placing in what until you kind of get to know them. But it's just so hard because there's so much more commotion.
Yeah.
Because even though these like motocross has probably 400 people there too, or maybe even more, but they're not all riding at the exact same time.
Yeah.
True.
Like
Yeah.
that California race, there was like 300 people racing the adult loop.
Wow.
Yeah, and only 144 finished.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was 141.
Wow, half of them fell out, huh?
Yeah.
So that one you're talking about this year.
Yes, I'm talking about the
So this year,
yeah. I don't know.
round 1, National Hare and Hound.
All right. Yeah.
We go out there. It's a great race. We're camping with friends. Group of my friends out in California are part of Los Coyotes, which is a local club out there, and
In California.
they're taking care of us. And they go out race. She's doing the adult course, and
First time racing women B, by the way.
yeah, on her 85 still. So she's racing the adult class on her 85 because dad's
we just
slacker.
got a big bike like the other day,
So
Did
she's
you?
out
a couple
there
days ago.
A 125?
Yep.
Nice.
just barely,
excited for
like,
that.
she hasn't even been on it yet.
Hey, you should get me a 125.
Yeah, maybe.
So we're out there. She's out there racing. And with the desert races, you kind of don't know
Where
how
they
long
are.
is it going to take.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you're always guessing.
Because you don't really know what terrain they're into. That's part of the difficulty of desert racing is you have to find your way as you go because they tie you ribbon off.
Yeah.
That's why you can't have ridden it recently within the last 2 weeks or you're DQ'd.
Wow.
Right.
Yes.
So they tie ribbon. Well, if they tie it out in the open and you're going super fast, you're going to finish your race faster, obviously.
Yes.
But if they zigzag you through the trees, you're going to go slower. You have no idea.
Yeah.
So as a parent, you don't know if they're going to do 100 miles in 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours.
Yeah.
You just don't know, right? Well, the sun is going down.
Wait, okay. So I did my first loop. Just fine. Like I came in super fast.
Flying.
And then I came to pit and I was getting so nervous because I've never done the second loop before. And every time I ask people about the second loop, they're always telling me it is just crazy stuff. But
It's usually harder than the first.
yeah,
loop.
so much harder. So I was ready and I like the first mile in, I got stuck on this hill climb forever. But yeah, I was just trying to keep a good mindset. And then me and my friend Cash, we rode together for most of it until like it was raining hard on us. Like when you were going fast, you would like get cuts on your arms because of how hard that rain was
Sheets
coming
of
down.
rain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was coming down hard. And then there was an alternate gas because it was 100 miles, 100 something.
So that's like a gas stop out on the course.
Oh, okay.
You just leave a gas can out there. And
Oh.
when you
Yeah.
come up on it, you refuel yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
But he was out there. Oh wait.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, he was there and I like ate some food and my friend, he didn't want to keep going. He was like, I'm done. And it was only 10 more miles left. We were on mile like 86 or something.
6 hours in already,
Oh yeah. It was like
Long day.
Yeah.
which
And
is not
so-
normal.
And so I just had 10 more miles left. So he was like, oh yeah, I'll just go wait at the finish line. Like she'll be quick. So I go out and I'm just like trying to be quick because the sun's going down pretty quick. And since the sun was going down like really early in the day, I know I just had to be really quick. And so I was just trying to be really fast. And I got stuck on a hill climb and I was stuck because it goes down and then it goes straight back up. And I was stuck in the middle between and I couldn't go back up that way and I couldn't go up this way. So I waited for someone to come and find me. And it's already been like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
So it's
And
just
it's
too
already-
steep either way to get enough momentum to
Yeah.
actually get up.
Steep and loose,
And-
yeah.
And it's already dark. Like I couldn't
Wow.
see. I could barely see anything. Like I could barely see my bike. And then I'm like worried that the sweepers aren't even gonna be there in like the next couple of hours and it started getting super cold. But I mean it could have been worse. It could have been raining.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you were already
eventually-
soaked because it was raining.
Yeah, that's true. I was like all my gear
We
was
traded
already
rain
soaked.
for no sun. So
Damn.
Yeah. So eventually these two bikes come and they have their big lights and I'm like blinded. I'm like, oh, hey guys. Hey. And they're like, oh, you're having the worst weekend, aren't you? Because on the youth race, my
you'd already been rescued.
yeah, I'd already been like rescued. And so they helped me get my bike up and it just become like a night race. So I have one bike in front of me with a light and then the bike behind me. And with the light behind me, it made like a shadow in front of me. So I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
even see where I was going. And downhills is my least favorite thing. We were going down this like loose rock thing and I was getting so nervous. Like I couldn't. So we couldn't even finish the rest of the course. And I think
Well,
I was on
they
like,
got you through. They got you through it.
So
We
they must
didn't-
have had you cut the hill
So-
climb.
we had
They
to,
must have had you take a different course.
yeah, we had to turn onto this road that was for the youth course and eventually just cut back on.
Gotcha.
And by the time I got back, it was dark. Like you couldn't see a thing. And the transponder thing was gone.
So-
and the National Hare and Hound trailer was pulling out.
So that's her perspective. My perspective is standing there all day waiting for her to come in and being like,
super dark.
This must be a slower race than normal. Man, this is taking her a lot longer than I thought it would to like, okay, she's gone.
Yeah, like if you look back at the times, people were just disappearing on that last 10 miles.
I mean, I was getting nervous that she had no light and the sun was down, but not nervous like I think she's hurt, because I'm looking at results. And at this point, only like 130 people had come in, and there was like...
And that's not even half.
There was like 300...
So are they all still out there?
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
Like,
because there's 300 and... I think there was like 350 or so that were out.
Yeah, some of them's big numbers.
And only 130 or so had finished.
Wow.
So I'm like...
And the transponder's already gone. So it was like...
So I'm standing there at the finish line, and they're literally packing up. The race organizers are packing up all of the race stuff.
Gosh.
Are you like, whoa, hold on?
I told, and they kind of know her and know me a little bit. And I'm like, she's out there. I'm not super nervous. I'm just letting you know. I don't know how we're going to find her, but she's still coming, you know?
Yeah.
And so the sweepers she was talking about, those are people that work for the club. They go out and they make sure the course is cleared of people, injured people, lost people.
Yeah.
You know, broken bikes happen all the time.
Gotcha.
So that's who come to her, kind of her aid, and then gave her light, and then she finished.
Yeah.
And she ended up being 141,
out
right?
of 144 to finish.
Oh,
wow.
141. She had been out there for 8 hours. It was so dark. After she left me, I couldn't even find my way back to camp. It was so dark.
I got back at like 6. And
it's January, so it's dark.
When I got back to the camp, I couldn't even find like where my stand was or anything, and I was just like looking around, and I couldn't even see a thing.
It was just one of those abnormally dark nights, which made it even worse.
Yeah, it was.
But you know, shout out to like all the people we were camped with. They had finished hours earlier.
Yeah, and everybody
stayed and waited.
That's awesome.
They waited to make sure I was okay, and I just got like overflowed with hugs. Everyone just started hugging me, and I just had like a big group surrounding me. But I loved it. I'm glad that I can be supported by all of them.
Yeah.
Was that like one of your scariest races?
No, it was like one of my favorites.
She wasn't worried
I
at all.
loved it so much. It was such a fun race.
Now, did I see you did the Rhino Rally too?
Yes.
Recently? How was that?
We haven't done the Rhino Rally one in years, and that was so much fun.
Was it?
Yes, because it was like, well, we have nothing else to do this weekend, so it was just a weekend for me to just go out and have some practice time. And it was fun.
Because we're not chasing USRA, which is the other local Utah club. We're not planning to like chase the series, so we thought, one, we love St. George.
Yeah.
Like, you get a chance to ride in St. George, you got to do it. Rhino Rally's so iconic, and we didn't have other plans, so why not?
Yeah.
And tell them how that day went.
So the youth race, that was, I kind of forgot about the race.
That's the one where you get the whole shot and then your throttle.
Oh, right. Hey. So for this race, normally when I'm not chasing National Hare and Hound, I'll race 85 Expert.
Right.
And so that's the class I was in. And I was like, I pulled up on the line, and all the girls are on the wave behind us. So I was like already like nervous, because I'm like looking at all these other bikes racing Expert, because all Experts were on line one on the first row. And I'm just looking around like, ooh, what if like I don't do good? And people are like looking at me like, what? Why is she in the second line?
That girl doesn't even know where she is.
Yeah, like why is she on the front row? And I'm like in my head, like I was just thinking, I'm gonna make all these boys look bad.
Nice.
And it was funny. Like this one guy, his friend, he came up to me and was like, "Hey, this girl's racing Expert. You guys better watch out." And it was
like yells
funny.
at all the boys.
Yeah, it was so funny. And I didn't want them to say anything because I wanted them to think I was racing girls. Because if they knew I was racing Expert, they would not let me beat them at all. So eventually it gets to go to the start. And at this point, I'm like in my head, like I'm getting super nervous. But then as soon as that banner goes down, and I'm just off. Like I get the whole shot. But then, I got second in the whole shot. Sorry.
Okay.
And I was just flying. Like that's when I knew like I was calm. Like I was like, okay, I'm doing good. because all these bikes next to me, I was so nervous that they were just like gonna cut right in front of me or something. Right. But no, I felt super good. And eventually I was just battling with the kid in front of me for like a long time. And eventually he made like a wrong turn, but I followed him. But instead he turned around and went back. And I just like climbed up the hill on the right side. And the kid behind me, he was on my tail the whole time. And I could hear him. And I just like, as soon as I heard him, I just took off flying. Because I was like, I cannot let you beat me. And I like almost went off over my bars a couple times.
She was pulling away. She got a great lead.
Yeah.
She got out there.
Yeah, after that, I just like took off and I was just in my own race. And
then what happened?
And then I came in through the finish for the first loop. And then as soon as I'm going out, I'm just like going real fast, like, and it's back on the start. And I hit like a whoop. And then all of a sudden I'm like trying to use my throttle and I'm like, I'm not getting any power like at all. And so I'm like, okay, well, like so what I had to do to get power is I had to full throttle and I'd barely be moving. And luckily the main road was right next to me. So I just pulled off and went backwards because the pit is right there.
I'm watching the race. I see her just screaming. She is flying. She disappears. She's in the lead and she is pulling, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like stoked. I'm thinking I'm going to walk over to the finish line. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, she rolls up behind me. She's like, hey, Dad. And I'm like,
yeah.
What are you doing here?
I came and I'm like yelling at him, but he's like watching all the bikes. And then he finally came over.
So her
and he's like, what are you doing?
Her throttle, one of the bolts had come out and lost. It's one of those T-Rex throttles with the pulley on it.
Right.
That center bolt came out. So the pulley fell out, had no tension.
The whole
zero.
top came off.
Dang.
But she's smart. She knew that she wanted to race the adult course.
Yeah, I didn't want to push it.
We needed time to fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
So she came to me, found me. We got the bike fixed just so that she threw that race away, even though she was killing it.
Yeah.
Just so she could race the adult
But
course.
I'm glad that I got one loop in first because then I got a little bit of bragging rights.
Right.
Yeah. Me and that kid that ended up taking second, I think, me and him were always battling.
Really?
Like, even at Knowles, we were battling. And I just really wanted to pass him so bad. But I crashed right before the finish.
So one
like
thing
3 feet before the finish.
One thing about having hair hanging out of your helmet, it does put a target on you.
It really does.
A lot of boys, and I've heard dads even say it, like if you're gonna get beat, it's not gonna be by that one.
Right.
Yeah.
And they would
gosh.
rather take her out than let her make a pass. Not all of them, but you see it. So sometimes like she has to kind of plan a little strategically of if I rip this hole shot and someone's a half a bike length back from me, I have to be defensive because they will probably try to take me out.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks. But that's like for a lot of girls too. Like it's not just for the hair, but it's like for most girls.
I was going to ask you about that because, Brooke Whipple was in here a few weeks ago and she was talking about how she tucks her hair quite a bit so that it removes that. So if they don't know who she is, then they don't have that, so.
I make sure everyone knows who I am. I've never really like pulled back my hair before. I always I just keep it down and I let everyone know. Most people know me by my red hair. And I think it's crazy because I don't even like remember sometimes I have red hair. Like I don't have my red hair right now. And I just remember at, I can't remember what race it was. I think it was Moapa. And I was going down a hill climb and I like crashed and this guy came and helped me because he was helping everyone come down because it was a steep downhill. And he was like, hey, you don't have your red hair. And I'm like, what?
Who are you?
I don't know who you are. And he's like, oh, I remember you. You're from Drop Extreme. You have your red hair. Where's your red hair? And I'm like, how did you even recognize me? And he's like, what do you mean? You're the one that always races these big bike races on your 85. And I was just laughing because I always have red and black.
So you kind of enjoy rubbing it in their faces a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, I honestly love it.
I cannot get her to put her hair up, to braid it, to nothing. She will not.
I will never do that.
She wants that hair as a marker of this is who I am and I'm here. You're going to deal with it.
But I also just think it's uncomfortable, honestly. When my hair's down, I just feel so much like comfortable.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, that's cool that you're You're not afraid to just
Yeah.
you're racing a girl, boys.
Sometimes
Yes.
it works in her favor, and sometimes it does not.
Yes.
What's the most scariest race you've done so far?
Scariest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a great question. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. What do you think?
Depends on what you're scared of at the moment, because like you love knolls, but some of those loose shale, steep downhills worry you, or like
Knowles last year, I remember on the third test, because it's like an enduro format, so there's different tests. On the third test, have you start, like they'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and then you drop vertical straight down this rock, and you just go straight down, and it turns immediately right. So you had to be really like, because you're watching all these bikes go like 3, 2, 1, and they just like disappear, go straight down, and
Yeah,
that was scary.
it's probably, how tall do you think that was? 4 or 5 feet of like a shale ledge?
Like 6 feet. It was steep. I was so scared. But eventually, once I did it, the first time I was like, this is easy. And we went back to go ride it, and it was so like rutted out, like it wasn't even steep anymore.
Yeah, she gets in her head about stuff, but she doesn't really have like, I'm afraid to do this very much.
Yeah, the most scariest thing to me when racing is like really steep downhills. Nothing really.
I don't know why, but we're working on it.
Yeah, uphills is my favorite. I will always do hill climbs forever.
I know when you're afraid of right now. Should we talk about the step up? You gonna do it?
Hey guys.
Oh, down in Mesquite?
Mesquite.
Yeah, Mesquite. He's been just
Jump the
talking
hill.
me into it. I've done it before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At the top of the big hill. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Jump out into the desert.
Right.
It would mean, I mean, okay, so there's like many reasons why I should do it, but I don't know. I don't want to
She's
be in
her
crutches
head.
again,
She
guys.
doesn't want to do it again.
Yeah, because I mean, I just got back from crutches. I don't want to have them again. But
You're,
I
you're not
mean,
racing your 125 this weekend, right?
No.
No racing.
No,
with
I
you?
haven't even like ridden it. I've only ridden it around like the block.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we like just got it. It's so, yeah. He's working on it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
that
set up for me?
that uphill step up doesn't look too bad as long as you stay to the close right, because sometimes on the far left,
Oh my gosh.
it just
yeah.
like drops, and I saw a pro go like this and just slide and just
Yeah, I saw some bikes do that for sure. The first time I hit it, I definitely cleared it. And then I hit so hard on the top that it just sprung me off my bike. Like a little spring, like I landed and I got sprung off. But everyone like came running to me, was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Get off of me, I gotta go race." And it was so funny.
I was at the bottom in the viewing area, right in the corner of the track where everyone hangs out. And I watch her, and she's going up, and it's late in the day. The acceleration bumps were really bad.
Oh my gosh.
And
yeah.
so I just see her bike like doing this as she's accelerating. And I'm like, uh-oh.
It was the
That's
last race
not
of the
enough
day.
speed. Like, it was too late in the day for it. And she sent it and cleared the top. And then I just see like this silhouette of like a body fully splayed out flying. I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, well, I mean, he was just trying to get me to do it all day. And I was like in my head, like, you know what? I'm just going to do it, whatever.
Yeah. She was fine. She ran to her bike and finished the race.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did
that's
really
true.
good too.
Yeah.
Are there any sacrifices that your family has made for your motor career that really stand out for you?
Well, he just sold his bike for me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he just sold his bike so he can get a 125, and I'm really appreciative about that.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Your bike
But of
was
course,
Yeah, it's weird. I have not been without a bike like for so long.
Was this your beta?
20 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but she's needed a 125. I felt
Yeah.
bad that I haven't been able to give her one. But you know how it is. It's just so
Yeah.
expensive to race. It's really expensive to run more than one bike. It's the smart decision.
Yeah.
But we've never been able to run more than one bike. I'm that guy that's like bringing a box full of stuff and fixing the bike last minute.
yeah, the
I don't
only
have the
race,
spare bike, so
the only race that we've done with two bikes is that one in Draper when I had that little splat moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the first race I've ever ridden my 85, and what a journey that day was.
yeah. So I sold mine just to fund getting her something.
Yeah.
I mean, I still can't get her nothing nice and brand new or anything. But
I love the 125, and it's so nice.
We got a good hookup from
The Mangum.
From the Mangums. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Randy Mangum.
Tanner
Tanner.
Mangum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I have heard of him.
Yeah, he's super good. Such a nice family. They've always kind of just been friendly with us at the track and always checked in on her. And they gave us a good deal on the bike to kind of help us out.
Nice.
Yeah. And they hooked us up. They
They
give us some
other
stuff too.
Community goes a long way in the racing world.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we've made a lot of friendships and that she treats people good and people see it and appreciate it, because it comes back around to us where, like in this case, right, the Mangums just admire her and who she is and her personality, and that come back to help us big time.
That's
yes. Cool. At that California race, they knew me because I had like such a good mindset. Because on the youth race before, when they had to come rescue me, I ended up taking like 5th. But I was just like, I was just talking the whole time.
The course workers.
Yeah. They were like, oh my gosh, how are you so calm? Like, I'd be so mad if I was losing my race right now. And I was like, oh, just take your time fixing it. It's fine. And then back again, when they had to come find me, they're like, oh my gosh, this is the girl I was telling you about. She's so calm. And it was just so funny.
That's the stuff that makes me really proud. Like, I'm there at the finish line of a youth race. She finishes, we're hanging out, we're telling stories, and then some guy just comes up to me and he's like, is this your kid? Yeah. Oh, she is so cool.
Yeah.
Man, you're so lucky. She's the coolest kid. And I was like, oh yeah, why? And oh man, I'm out there helping her and she's just keeping her cool and she's being super nice and she's just like got a smile on her face, telling me how gnarly and fun it is. And if that was me, like I would have a bad attitude.
Right.
She's just amazing. It's those little things. I would rather hear that stuff about my kid than like, wow, your kid's the fastest kid out there.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think we're all kind of in this. I mean, results are great, right? But you sound like, you're of my same philosophy. It's not about results. It's about the character, right? We want to create awesome human beings with some mental toughness and stuff like that. So it sounds like definitely working. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. It's moto lessons, life lessons do a lot.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, like, this is the best life lessons we could go through.
Yep.
If you could give advice to a kid who starts racing motocross or desert, what would it be?
Well, never be like in your head. Just know that there's always room for progression. And if you mess up on things, you could always do better next time. Just try it again until you get it. Something like that.
Have you always been this mentally tough? Maybe this is a question for you, Dad. I mean, like my daughter doesn't want anything to do with moto. So what do you think the recipe has been? Has she always been this way? Or is this spice that you've added as she's grown and stuff like that?
I mean, it helps that she's super, super athletic. So the grit and determination factor has always been there. But like fear of getting hurt is still there. Fear of like not looking good in front of people she wants to look good in front of is always there. But that's what we work through, right? Is just, that's real life.
Right.
Yeah.
And none of us want to embarrass ourselves by looking like we're not ready for this. But guess what? At some point, none of us were ready for what we're doing, and we made it. So I think the foundation has always been there. I mean, it's 99% her. I just have to remind her that it's her.
Right.
I've always been like super competitive.
Have you?
And I've always been the type to like try to be the best. Like I got to be the best. Even like out of the girls, like it doesn't just got to be girls that I want to be better than. I want to be better than everyone. Just be as best as I can.
And there's a fine line of being super competitive and want to be the best, but also be a nice, likable person.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I think she does a good job of that. And if she doesn't, I kick her a little bit and straighten her out.
Yeah, I have pretty big goals. Like this year, I'm racing girls for National Hare and Hound and Women B, and I really want to win those. Like those would be really good goals. And next year, I really want to focus on racing just 85, like the 85 class, not girls, just
The big wheel.
yes. And next year, if I end up winning the women's B race, then they will say, like, you can't race it again. I will either have to move up to women A or race another race. And when you race an A class, you can't race youth at all.
Right.
So next year, we're going to try to focus on women B this year. Next year, I'm going to race 125 B.
Gotcha.
Maybe something like that, just to kind of show her where she lands in reality with the rest of the group. Because that's a fast group too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it opens up, there's more competition, but it keeps her out of the A class and she can still enjoy youth races, keep her confidence up and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because that's a big goal for me.
That's an idea for now. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. How do you balance school with desert racing?
Well, I'm going to be honest. Last year, my grades were not the best, honestly. This year, I just try to get everything done. Like, I do go to school, right? Like, I'm not homeschooled. Like, most of these other kids are homeschooled and they're just doing it on their own, which, yeah, it's cool. But going to school helps with socializing. But I try to get, like, I have weekly work. So I never get, like, actual homework. I just get weekly work. And I just try to get it all done before the weekend comes. So I try to just get everything done in, like, one day so that way I don't have to worry about everything near the end of the week. So
How's
I can
that
do
working
that.
this year?
Really good, actually. Like, this year I've had, like, A's and B's in all my classes.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, this year I've definitely tried to focus more on my schoolwork than last year. This year was not the best.
How often do you miss school for racing? It's quite a bit, huh?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, I miss a lot, like, almost every Friday. Like, there's
A lot of Fridays.
almost every Friday, honestly. There are these things that we do on Fridays. They're called clusters, and it's like an extra class almost, basically. And I've only done once. We do it 2 different types of clusters, and it's 2 halves of the year. And for this second half of the year, I've only done it once, and that was crazy to me to think, because I miss so many Fridays, and then sometimes we'll miss Mondays too, because if we're going to far away races like in California, you have to take an extra day to come back home. But
Right.
yeah, and last year when we did the winter series in Mesquite, we'd also do training. So I'd miss Friday, and then I'd miss Monday and Tuesday. So I would go to school Wednesday, Thursday, and then miss Friday, miss Monday,
It
miss
didn't
Tuesday.
happen too many times because I just couldn't do it. But,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, we
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah,
And
so it would be
I had a-
practice Friday, race Saturday, we practice Sunday, training Monday, training Tuesday. So lots of running time.
Lots.
Yeah, that's basically me. Like, I go to school, try and balance my grades, and then, like, miss a lot of Fridays for practice, right? Yeah.
Yeah. At least, every couple of weeks or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost not
too
every
much.
Friday, but quite a lot. And all my friends are like, hey, where you at? I'm like, I'm going to go ride my dirt bike. So,
Yeah, where do you think I am?
I just had a serious conversation with her last year. Like, hey, I don't care. You could be winning everything. If your grades are down, we're going to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's not, I believe that you don't have to be in school and get the education that school provides you. But she wasn't getting the education because she was not doing well, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, if you can miss days of school and still pass, great.
Yeah.
I don't care how many days you miss if you're still learning the topic. So we had a serious conversation, and she knows I'm serious. So her grades are up, and she's keeping them up.
That's good.
And that's all on her. I put a lot of the weight of this, like, hey, at any time you don't do your part, my part stops. Just over. She
Nice.
does it.
I saw something pretty cool pop up on Instagram not too long ago, too. It looks like you've got kind of a deal
Yeah.
going. You want to tell us about that?
About FAF racing.
Yeah.
So at the Moapa race, I was walking the start with I just spaced her name. What's her? Do you remember? Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. Anyways, I was walking the start with this girl, and We were just walking, and then we were on our way back. And this guy comes up to me. He's like, hey, I want to sponsor you. Like, I've seen you at almost every race I've been to, and you look like you do really good and you're really into the sport. I want to sponsor you, and it's called FAF Racing. And I, like, have the memory of a goldfish. So I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's so cool. I'll talk to my dad about it, and we'll find you later. And I went back to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, this guy just came up to me, and he said that he wants to sponsor me, and it's called I don't remember. He's like, you got someone to sponsor you, and you can't even remember the name. And I'm just like, hey.
You're not going to be much of an ambassador if you can't even tell me the name.
Oh, I can't even remember 3 letters. That's super bad.
So I'm like, were they for real? Was this like a real thing? Was it, hey, we want to give you a small check or something? Like, what was it? She's like, I don't know.
Right.
That's all I got.
Because he's like the talker. He wants to know everything about everything. And I'm just like, cool. See ya.
You guys will have to send us that picture that you put on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where you announced that. We'll put that on the show where we're talking about this. That was cool. Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go, because I'm not the talker here.
You're doing great.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I went on with my race, and he said that he went and found his wife, and they like talked about how everything was going to work. And I just remember I was like stuck on a downhill as usual. And I'm like taking my time, and I'm telling all the bikes like, you can go in front of me. You're probably going to go faster anyway. So I was just like waiting. And then he came back like right on me. And then he's like, hey, it's you. And I'm like, hey, who are you? And he's like, hey, I'm the one that wants to sponsor you. Look, FAF Racing. I'm like, oh, FAF. Okay, I can remember. And then he's like, yep, I want to sponsor you. I'll hook you up with everything. It'll be awesome. And I was just like, that's really cool. And I wanted to look cool for him. So I was like, I'll go in front of you. Or I think he went in front of me. But I like passed him because we're going through this wash. And I just went flying by so I could look cool. And honestly, I feel bad because I feel like I just put so much dirt in his face. But eventually we got back, and I finished the race, and we were talking more about it, and it just sounded so cool.
That is cool.
You should tell him about it.
I hooked up with him after the race and kind of asked him like, well, what do you have in mind? And he says, well, we're actually just starting to put together a race team, something that's brand new. They just want to give back and find a few racers that they can help kind of progress in the sport. He got some funding through his different sponsors, and he had enough that he could kind of put together a team effort.
Yeah.
And divvy it out a little bit and help pay for who knows what, right? So
yes, like race entries, stuff like that.
So it's all still unfolding right now. But the way that it's going, it's great.
It's awesome.
He's been really cool. Sorry,
he does boxing every Thursday?
Thursdays.
Yeah. So sadly, I'm missing it today, but I love it. It is so much fun, and it's a great way to just stay in shape for races. Like, and he's really good at it too. And I remember like first day going, I was nervous, but I caught on to it so quickly, and it was just a great way to spend my Thursdays. Like, it was so much fun, and I just been excited to keep on doing that. And honestly, I'm like so interested in boxing now. Like, I just want to keep doing that. And he's actually really good at that.
So his name's Bryant Coburn. He's the one that's putting it together. And it's kind of cool. It's got just a few racers right now. It's going to get us all matching graphics, or like we can make our own, but like with all the team logos. He'll set up a pit. He'll have everything ready for us kind of there. He's going to help us with race entries and it'll just kind of progress as it goes. It's at the infancy stage now.
Gotcha.
And him and his family have been awesome, super friendly people.
They're so nice. I love them so much.
When you're around certain people, you can just kind of tell like they have good intentions. They're going to put their best efforts forward.
Right.
Regardless of what he ends up being able to help us with, it's going to help. And they're good people, so I want to be around them and see where it goes.
That's super rad.
It's definitely something, like, it's such a cool idea to have, like, just being able to help out these racers, because, I mean, like, a lot of people, they want to get into racing, but they don't realize how much money is really put into the sport, and it's so hard. It's such a great idea for it.
Yeah. Well, you brought up the boxing, but I saw something on your Instagram that I didn't know. You actually did some jiu-jitsu with Gracie Barra.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did that for a while. I mean, we did the one in Sandy, and I really loved it there.
How long ago was this?
It's been a couple years.
2021, 2022.
Oh,
it was a
okay.
while ago.
Gotcha.
And also, then they built one that was way closer to my house. So it was only like a 5-minute drive now. And we started going to that one. And I realized I liked it a lot because of like the people I was around, and they just made it fun.
Right.
I loved how tiny the other one was and how I already knew everyone there. And there was this one kid that I got along with pretty well at the one by the house. And me and him actually even had the same birthday, which was so weird to me. But he stopped going, and that's when I realized, like, I think I just liked it because of the people. And
Gotcha.
I kind of just lost the love for it. But now that we're doing boxing, I think I like that just because it's boxing. Like, I could probably get into that more.
Right on.
Yeah. But I'm also
Cross training of any kind is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm also really, really into volleyball. I love volleyball so much. I tried out for the high school like team, but it's for like middle school players. And it was such a fun league, and it was like actual really good playing too. And it was just a great way to stay fit and just stay competitive. It's so much fun.
So if you weren't doing motocross right now, what sport do you think you would be doing?
Volleyball, 100%. I could see me playing volleyball in college. Like, I'll go to college. Honestly, like, I want to just get as good as volleyball, like, as I can. Because honestly, like, if dirt bikes don't work out, that will always be my number 2. I feel like I can always just be competitive. Because with my competitive personality, I know that I can always stay competitive and do something like that. And volleyball is probably, like, my sport for me. I think I've gotten so used to playing volleyball over the years that I love it so much.
And you said you actually played on a league?
Mm-hmm.
How did you balance your time with volleyball with moto? How did you balance those?
So, volleyball, it was on weekdays, and so that worked out.
It was
but
tough.
But it's tough. Like for
remember you missed the championship. at
yes,
the end?
I missed the championship game because that was on the weekend,
Yeah.
which really sucked. But I don't know. It just
She's so motivated to do anything and everything. For the longest time, she wanted to play football. She was in soccer. She's basketball team. Like, she's just an athlete.
yeah.
But there's just not enough time to do it
I
all.
wish I
Yeah.
could do everything. Like, if I could get back into gymnastics, I'd even do that. Like, that seems pretty interesting too.
The hard thing is, and I think every kid alive right now knows, everyone wants you to specialize. And so if you can't do X amount of days a week, every week, for the whole thing, you can't even join.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get it. I totally get it. But that just takes away her ability. We have to prioritize, and dirt bikes are winning. So
Yeah.
Who are your biggest influences on the dirt bike scene? Like, do you have some pros you look up to, or?
Meg. I
you're
can't
talking
think about.
Meg's Brop?
Yeah. Something
That's
like
her.
that.
That's like her YouTube, her Instagram.
Yeah.
She's a
She-
really good rider. She does a lot of
I
coaching.
love
and
watching
stuff.
her, and since we do the desert races, like all the pros are there, and you could just go walk right up to them, and I just remember like walking up to her at the Idaho race last year. I was like, good luck, but I was like so nervous because I've never like actually talked to her, and I like watching her videos, and I think it's good to watch her because like I'm also short like her, so like we both cannot stand on like a bigger bike, both feet. I mean, a lot of people can't, but I'm like barely on one foot, and she's the same. And I like watching her videos because she has videos like showing how to get really good at just standing up on the bike so that way you don't have to touch the ground at all.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
she's really awesome. I love watching her videos for Leimomi because they remind me a lot of each other as far as this lady is really good on a bike, but she is so upbeat and happy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Her whole thing is that it's easy, and you're watching her stand on her bike and she like rolling dismounts and her legs stick straight, one leg on the bike and one leg down. And I'm always telling Leimomi, like, look, this lady is amazing, pro level, amazing. And she's as short as you are. Yeah. So take that out of your head and just get rid of it. Just learn to deal with it.
Yeah, she's definitely someone, but I also like just the other girls that I race with, like just being able to have rivals, they are the ones who help me get better. Like I remember like at the banquet last year, I remember thanking this one girl and I was just like nervous, but it's true. Like all the other girls I race with, I wouldn't be up like on all these podiums if I didn't have other girls to race with and push me to my limits. Like Brooklyn, me and her, we've been battling since we were like 11.
They don't know who Brooklyn is.
Oh,
you can drop a name. She'll love it, probably.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Cadillo.
Yeah.
Is one of your closest friends.
She's part of the Lost Coyotes Club in California.
Okay.
We're actually about to go meet her in Mesquite, but me and her, we've done these desert races together. And me and her, we've always been super close, competitive. She is like my number one rival. Me and her, we've always been like super competitive with each other, but we have such a great relationship. Like our friendship is definitely important too. And I think it's great to have someone like that who you can be really friendly with and not like hate each other, because most of these girls, like, you don't have a good relationship with because they just want to be like super competitive. But with her, me and her will battle, and one of us will eventually win. Like sometimes she'll win, and I can't be mad because, you know, like we're like super close friends, and I love being able to ride with her. She pushes me to my limits and I push her to her limits, and I think it's great to have such a close riding buddy.
Nice.
It's pretty fortunate that they're close friends, but they're also so closely matched in speed on the bike. And I don't know if you've ever been fortunate enough, like any of your really close friends have been the same speed as you, but it just makes riding more fun.
Yeah, it does.
You know, because sometimes, like my friends, they're 10 times better than I am. I've never really had that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sometimes
it's just cool.
Yeah, just sometimes riding alone, like you have friends, and then on the track you like to go your speed, but sometimes you start passing them, like what?
Yeah.
But then like when you have friends that are equally matched, you're just riding along, hitting a jump, just looking at each other like that, and it's fun.
Pushing each other, right?
Yes, I love that feeling.
Yeah, that's the best when you can go out there and push each other into that next level that you didn't think you could do, but it was close enough that you're like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
You know, so.
From a dad and a male perspective, since you have a daughter that races and you've had a chance, you know, again, as a male to kind of observe, you know, women's off-road and stuff like that. What are some of the observations that you would make that makes the ladies of the sport different from the boys? Is there any kind of dynamics or differences?
I think oddly enough, getting started, it's a lot harder for the girls. And I think a lot of people can kind of understand why, and that's sort of obvious. There's less of them that show up. So to get a full gate of them, they don't really know where they belong. Yeah. Which is a lot of the big reason why I still push her into racing girls, because for the longest time, we were so grateful to have even like 5 girls on the gate, you know?
No, like seriously, only like 3 girls is good too.
Wow.
So it's hard because they don't know where they belong or if they belong.
Yeah.
She kind of struggled with that a few times of just like, there's no girls here.
Yeah. And Knowles, I was the only girl racing in that class. So.
And if there are boys there that are making them feel like they don't belong, then they're just going to believe it, you know?
Right.
So it's hard when they're young. But I think, and we're not there yet, but my observation is I think as she gets older and kind of gets closer to that pro rank, it'll actually be easier because the boys is a much bigger crowd fighting for very few spots.
Yeah.
She's going to have a much smaller crowd fighting for
Yeah.
granted, very few spots, but like the ratio is going to be in her favor.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there are pro women doing pretty good.
Yeah.
They're getting rides, at least they're getting support.
Yeah.
And even if there's only a handful of them, the pool of applicants is way smaller.
Yeah.
So
It's cool.
enduring all the target on your back and all of that hardship eventually makes them pretty dang good competitors who also kind of can fit a niche market where I think we'll be fortunate to have stuck it out. So we'll see. Other than that, like some of those women out there are amazing
They're
riders.
fast. I remember-
Amazing.
At the Moapa race, it was so much like comment course. The pros were coming back on me while I was on my first loop still, and they were coming up on me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm doing so good! I'm with the pros already!" Like, "Oh my gosh!" And then it wasn't until like I got back to the pits and I was like putting it together. I'm like, they were already on their second loop.
No, they were just that much faster.
They're so fast. It's insane.
Yeah.
But they're also like waves in front of you too. So.
Right.
What's the funniest thing you've ever seen in a desert race or just riding in general?
Ooh. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
A
Funniest
funny
thing? I mean, I always like watching you wreck. I laugh really hard when you do, so that's usually my favorite.
Yeah, that's not my favorite, but
You've had some wild, like, so just
Yeah.
today looking on your Instagram, it looks like at a arena cross, maybe on a 50, you had a kid land on you or something.
Yeah.
You were on top of
oh
him.
my gosh.
On the tires.
Yes.
The tires.
Was that what it was?
So I got high centered on a tire, and it was like we were going up, and then I got high centered,
Yeah.
and I was like scared, and then this kid he just wants to full send it,
He
like
whiskey throttled right through you.
And he just hit my
pulling
head.
pins.
luckily I was there, or else he would have just gone flying, and he like hit me, and I just went tumbling, and so did he, and it was like,
Man, that's an old one. That's
oh
funny.
my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
That was Harriman Enduro Cross. They used to do
Yeah.
a gnarly
Oh my
Enduro
gosh.
Cross there.
And it looks like at
Yeah.
another one, like maybe in 21, you tangled with a fence somehow.
Oh my
That
gosh,
looked gnarly.
yes. That was like, my mom turned into a track star that day. She went running so fast when she saw me wreck.
It blew her boot right off her foot. She hit so hard.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, so I went over the finish line, and it goes straight through that cattle fence,
Right.
and then you go and do like a little loop outside of the arena. And when I was going, the fence was like a little closed, and my handlebar just barely grabbed onto it because I was too close to it.
She's
And it
going
just-
like fourth gear,
Mhm.
just railing
Just
that
pinned,
corner.
and I was on
Yeah.
my 65, so, and I just was going super fast, and my handlebar hooked it, and I just went straight up, hooked me back, and just put me right back on the ground, and I was like, okay. And then the paramedics were like, oh, stay down, and I'm like, I'm fine, let me ride. And like, they're like, no, you're not fine, like, you have a concussion, you have a broken leg, you have all these broken things. And I'm like, I don't. You need to listen to me. So they went over and they took me to the ambulance, and they're like looking at my leg, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, can I just go back and ride right now? Because I'm like freaking out. I'm like, and then that's when I realized, like, when you freak out, that's when they think that you have a concussion. So you
Right.
got to stay more calm so that way they don't think you have a concussion. And eventually they were like, oh, I guess you are fine. I'm like, I've been telling you.
That was probably the first time EMT fist bumped me and was like, this girl's rad.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
My friend Taylor, I think, all the paramedics were like blocking the ambulance so that way he couldn't come up and talk
yeah.
to me.
That's
And he
right.
was like, he just was riding and tried to get through to come make sure I was okay. And they were like, no, you need to stop. And like, there's a picture of him just doing a thumbs up behind the
Through the
paramedics.
fence, yeah.
And my mom's on the other side of the arena too, and she was sitting on like the top of the bleachers, and she saw me, and she just went running, and she jumped over like rocks, she jumped over a fence, she just went running for me, and like it's so funny because we were actually just talking about that the other day.
It wasn't as bad as the Enduro Cross event
Yeah,
in
that
Draper.
that one's probably my
That
worst.
one's gnarly.
crash.
She so Sorry.
So it was a long day of riding. Like I was doing both the classes. Like I was doing the 85 and I was doing the 65, and that was on the girls' race. I was in third, and I finally went to do the finish, and I wanted to try to jump the finish, but I ended up casing it, and it kind of just tilted me to the side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was already going too fast. Like when you watch it, it looks like I had time to slow down, but it's in slow-mo, so you can't tell how fast I'm really going.
Right.
Luckily, that guy got it on video, which I think is so cool. But I went just straight down, like vertically down, and I was already so exhausted, like I just fell down.
So
And-
she doesn't remember the rest, so I'll tell you the story.
that's the only thing I remember is I just went straight down.
So we're at Draper Endurocross, right?
Yeah.
Endurocross has all the obstacles. This jump it's a Connex shipping container that they've piled dirt over, so you have like an over-under tunnel jump,
Yeah.
right? So on these big events where they sell it out, it's like in a rodeo arena there in Draper.
Yeah, it's really cool though.
The parents, we're up in the stands, right?
Yeah.
We're watching. We're not allowed down in there. They have course workers. You're away from them, which I've come to peace with. That's fine. I
Yeah.
get to hang out and watch. So we're watching, and it's her race, and she's doing good. And then I just see her like disappear off the side, face first. And I'm looking at her, and no one's really reacting.
Yeah.
You know that like paralysis when something bad happens, everyone assumes someone else is going to do something.
Yeah.
I ran down the stairs, jumped the fence into the rodeo grounds, ran through the active race course because like no one's going to her.
Yeah.
And I get there, and she's laying on the side of the track where water has kind of puddled.
Yeah.
Her face is down in the water. She's out.
Ooh.
And I see like trace amounts of blood rolling through the water. And so I've got her, she's laying there, and I'm cradling her head and lifting it up out of the water just so that she can breathe and not be like drowning,
Yeah.
literally
Right.
And then
drowning.
eventually like a whole bunch of people came.
And she's got like blood coming out of her mouth and stuff. I can't tell how bad it is. I know I shouldn't move her or anything, but I had to like at least get her head out of the water.
Right.
And so they get to her, and she's coming awake, and her body, she went full blown ninja attack mode, man. I'm telling you, she wanted to murder everybody that was in her face. I've never seen her so violent.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
She was like a feral cat. She was just swinging, punching people, kicking people. She's like yelling at them, cursing them.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like calm down. You know, you need to calm down. And she's
Just so
she's
you know, like
flexing-
I'm not even. I haven't even
she's
like heard
flexing so hard that like she was starting to rupture like blood vessels around her eyes.
this. That's not the first time that's happened. Though.
She's like punching EMTs,
Wow.
full blown freak out, right? They finally kneel on her legs. And at this point, we don't know if she's got broken bones or anything.
Probably not if I'm like.
They're
going
not going to
crazy.
sit here and take punches. So they're kneeling on her legs and her arms. I'm cradling her head out of the water still so she doesn't drown.
Yeah.
And she is just going bananas. We finally get her out of the dirt into the ambulance, and they're like, we're going straight to Primary Children's Hospital. So
Yeah.
we take her. I'm riding in the ambulance with her, and they're trying to give her like syringes, injections and stuff. And she is just judo chopping stuff out of her hands. I mean, it was nuts.
Judo chop.
Like,
Get that trash away from me.
Oh my gosh!
We
No,
couldn't
I had
hold
the
her
biggest
down.
fear of shots.
Wow.
We couldn't
Couldn't
hold
do
her down.
those.
I was trying to hold her down. The poor EMT in the back was trying to hold her down and give her stuff. And she was very successful at whooping us all. we got her into the operating.
We had to switch
the-
ambulances.
the
Oh, really?
triage area. We finally got her in there. Full team of nurses, like 12, to hold her down. And they just dosed her
Oh my
up
gosh.
until she just like unconscious.
Oh my gosh!
And she doesn't remember any of it because she just wasn't in her right mind.
Right.
yeah,
It was like the fear of life was behind those eyes. I've never seen it since. It wasn't her.
Wow.
She was
Oh,
full-blown
that's
psycho.
actually so scary to talk about. I was like, oh my gosh.
I was like so embarrassed.
So,
I'm like, oh my gosh.
I remember waking up in the hospital bed and I saw like a blinking light on the top right. And I was just thinking like, where am I right now? How long have I been here? And then I just remember like thinking like, last time I remember I was on a jump and I'm not racing my dirt bike. Why am I not racing my dirt bike? And and they realized like I was awake and I was just like so confused. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, why are we not racing? I don't know what's going on. And they had to like tell me everything. I'm like,
Little did you know
What?
that was the 1,032nd time I had told you.
really?
She had turned into 10-second Bob, you know.
Yeah.
I
Just
didn't
like,
even know that.
what's going on? Where are we? Did I wreck? What's going on?
Right.
Where are we?
Concussion, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was bad.
Wow.
We stayed in the
I didn't
hospital
know
for a
that
couple
at all.
days. She was in there for a couple of days just
Really?
until she like could retain memory and act normal and not be so dang aggressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it turned her into a new human. It was like Hulk mode unlocked.
Oh my gosh. That's
That one was wild.
Crazy.
But she hasn't had any major accidents since then, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Other than this
till
just
Knowles,
last one.
just barely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't as bad though.
She's so
look
nimble.
bad.
She just kind of runs out of them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll come back with some gnarly like injuries, you know.
Yeah.
a
I mean,
tree stick through her arm, or like
oh yeah, that one
her bike
was
will be
fun.
folded up, but you don't usually see them.
Right.
Yeah, I already at one of the Cherry Creek races in like 2022 something. I was going down a downhill, of course, those downhills, and I just went straight into a tree, just like, oh hey tree, I'm just gonna come straight to you, and this stick came like straight in my arm right here, just chopped right into
wow.
me, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, oh well, and the worst decision ever, I pulled it out and then blood's just everywhere.
Right.
And then I'm like, I can ride. So I just start trying to start my bike and it wouldn't start. And I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to freak out. But luckily I had some snacks in my Camelback and I was just trying to calm down. I'm like, what are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? But eventually the sweepers came and got me, new spark plug, and I was fine. I went back. You just like cleaned up my arm. It's still just bleeding.
They got her bike going, and she finished the race.
Wow.
Yeah.
She pulled in. I'm like,
What's wrong?
everyone else you're normally with finished a long time ago. What's going on?
Yeah.
And she's just like, shows me her arm. It's all her jersey's soaked in blood. It's like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that was fun. And then that Knowles race, I seriously thought I was fine. Like, I don't know if you saw in the video, but like as soon as I landed, I just got straight back up. And then that's when like I started trying to walk back to my bike. That's when I like felt pressure like in my leg, and I was just like, that's not right. Like, and it hurt to walk. Like not like actual pain, but it was just like my leg was like, it felt like it was asleep. Like after you like take a nap and you're like
Right.
weirdly on it, it just felt like it was asleep. And I was like, it's probably just like needs to get loosened up. So I was like getting ready to go back on my bike, but everyone just came up to me and was like, get down right now. And I'm like, okay. And they were just like checking me out and they're like, oh my gosh, you probably broke everything. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm
The
fine.
ZMTs, after
It
they
wasn't-
checked her out,
Yeah.
they looked at me and they're like, well, I can't believe we're saying this, but you're good to
Fine.
go ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm like, okay, cool.
So then they like picked me up and I went to go and walk to like go ride again, but that's when I was like, oh, I can't walk. And they were like, oh, okay, then we'll just take you back to the ambulance and we'll just kind of check you out. And so I was walking there because it's not far. And I was like, had my arms over the shoulders and I'm just like kind of limping. And then we like stopped for a second, and then that's when I like started getting super dizzy, really lightheaded, and I was just like, oh hey, and then I just fell.
Was that
just
adrenaline
straight back.
crash?
Right.
You've probably experienced that. Like all that
Yeah,
adrenaline falls
yeah.
off in your body.
It was at the Oasis race,
Mhm.
and I was coming up, like there was these really good kids I was racing on 85s. My dad told me, who were they again?
Easton Firmstead, and I think TJ Miller, Bentley, Gavin Bentley. I don't remember all of them.
Anyways, I was riding right behind one. He hit it perfectly, so I tried to like mimic him, like kind of whip it. Last second, whiskey throttled 30 feet over, just flat landed, just
oh my
boom.
gosh. I definitely know that feeling.
And then I got up. I'm like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And then I just like tried to get back on my bike and just like kind of fainted. I just like fell over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then funny thing, like right after that, a kid crashed on the triple. I'm like,
Yeah, that feeling with all that adrenaline when it doesn't know what to do anymore, that's an icky feeling.
I definitely have experienced that. I have like on my helmet, on the visor, there's a big hole in it. We call it my skylight. Seriously.
I'm like, I can't keep buying you visors.
Yeah. It's so funny. So we were at Mesquite, and it's that one jump. It's the second jump after the start. I don't know if you can picture it. I went and I was going too fast and I just way oversent it and I like landed way on the top of the berm and I just went head first and it just put it like weirdly a big circle in my visor.
Wow.
But I was fine. I mean, and I definitely know what that's like. And then also at Mesquite once, I was on the vet track and I did like this tabletop for like the first time in so long. I thought you really needed like a lot of power to do it. I landed on the berm that's like 10 feet away from the end of the jump. And this guy on the four-wheeler, he's like in front of me and I'm going super fast because I landed it and I just keep going. And this guy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And eventually I like pulled over and I'm like, okay. And that guy's just had like this shock face like, did anyone else just see that? And I thought it was cool. I mean,
we had like a 6-month period there where she was over jumping.
I was over jumping everything.
I'm like, you just need to let off a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm afraid to go short.
Yeah.
So she's like flat landing or way putting herself into the next jump, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you can hold up. Like, you've got the strength to hold on to a bike flat landing out of these massive jumps. So
yeah, my wrists are super beat up.
But she's strong, so she can handle it.
Yeah, boxing helps with that.
We got some cone valves in her forks, and that made a huge difference.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years? I see myself. How old will I be in 10 years? How old am I right now?
Oh, jeez.
Until you have the memory of a goldfish. I see myself riding as a pro in National Hare and Hound. And
Nice.
I can definitely see myself going forward with that. I just want dirt bikes to always be part of my life. I want to like just be an impact on other people. I really want to just have people know me. Like I just want people to remember me for who I am, like how my personality is and how I was as a rider. I want to be able to like teach other people how to ride. I want to help people get better and chase their dreams as much as I can. And I think with someone who supports me like so much, I also want that. I also want to be able to support other people because I know how many people that want to race a sport but just doesn't get the chance to.
I think you're off to a good start.
What are your goals for 2025?
2025, I definitely want to win the girls class. I have big competition with Brooklyn. Me and her are always just so competitive. This year she's racing the full series for National Hare and Hound, and I want to get it so bad. But since I missed that Idaho race for being in crutches, it's definitely going to be hard. But if I push hard enough, I might be able to get it. But I just want to be super fast. I want to keep up with all the boys as much as I can.
What's a piece of advice that you would give to parents of a kid that's just starting out riding or racing? What?
Always keep an open mind. Like, just know, like, if they crash, try not to be, like, so crazy. Like, don't be, like, crazy. Because he's always super calm when I crash. When I crash, it just makes me more calm. Mm-hmm. So when a parent, like, say you crash really hard and, like, say it's, like, a little kid And honestly, when you're that little, you don't know if you should freak out or if you should just get back on and ride. And honestly, as a parent, I feel like you should just be like, hey, you're fine. Like, just go back out and ride it out. Like, you'll be better once you ride. Because that's what he always tells me. He says, as long as you're like, as soon as you get back on that bike, you're just going to feel 10 times better.
Definitely
So.
true. Kids kind of feed into the energy that you're putting out. And if you're like, quite often
Yes.
they'll start freaking out. Yeah. And then,
Yep.
best way to overcome nerves, get back out and do a few laps. Like
Yeah.
clear that out.
When
Clear
she
that
was
out. of there.
really little, I'd tell her the bike is medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Medicine is
it
going to make
is.
you feel better. And like, obviously, I don't mean that in a literal sense, but you know that what it means is go move your body.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
let it lock up. Don't let it start to tighten by holding still.
Yeah.
And the best way to move all those muscles that are sore is to go move them the same way they were moving before.
Right.
So I would tell her, like, your bike is your medicine. You need to go take your medicine, get
Yeah.
back on and go. I'm not telling you to push. I'm not telling you to win, but go be mobile.
Yes.
And being calm, that's a big thing that I picked up years ago.
Yeah.
I think in the SEALs, they say calm is contagious,
Mhm.
Mhm.
right? And that's something that I remember hearing forever ago. And I've seen a lot of accidents like at work where people get seriously injured and people don't know how to react and they freeze up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, unfortunate to be around it enough that I'm like, I've gotten used to it. And so with her, I know that if I'm calm, she knows that she can be calm.
Yes.
If
When
I-
he's not calm, I'm scared.
Yeah. Stuff's come off the rails at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
or real.
What about you, Dad? What's a piece of advice that you would give to some parents of a youth rider or racer just starting out?
Aspiring riders, we talked already about, like, the bike is the best life lesson tool ever. Just how hard it is to do hard things, right? Let your kids do hard things and they're going to surprise you.
Yeah.
When your kid goes out there and he's on a little 50 and he can barely hold up his own helmet, like, let him tip over in the dirt and figure out how to stand up again. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not gonna die there. Just let them figure out that this really tough, scary situation happened to me and I overcame it without
don't-
parents helping.
For like another good advice, I don't like, if as a parent, you should never focus on being the fastest. You should always just focus on, you have to be good as a rider first. Like, you just want to be comfortable at it first. And then if like the years go by and you start getting super comfortable, then you can focus on being super fast. But that should never come first.
Put the technique first. Yeah.
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 Yeah, for sure. Like, one of the bigger mistakes I made early on was getting her off the PW, and I jumped straight to a senior 50 that was running real good, real snappy. And I knew it's what she could handle, and I knew that she was strong enough and athletic enough to handle it. But mentally, it scared the heck out of her because those 50s are really
Yeah.
snappy and they
Yeah.
want to jump forward and they're super loud.
Right.
And what I screwed up was I skipped a step. I skipped that junior 50, knowing that she would only have it for 6 months and I'd have to get rid of it. But 6 months of mental progress and like confidence is so valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of progress by making too big of a jump. Then she doubted herself, and then her
Yeah.
confidence was down, and we just went backwards and backwards. And it costs you money to take baby steps, but in the long run, it's the
Just-
best
It's worth
thing.
it.
We just gone through that with our little man. I mean, we had a PW that was left over from my daughter Cheyenne. She didn't really want to ride it, and Ozzy was 5, and so I put him on it. I was able to convince him to ride it, but he didn't feel comfortable on it, and that was pretty apparent. Like, he just really didn't feel comfortable on it, and so we sold that, and then we got one of those little SXE2s, the smallest electric KTM.
Those are cool.
He loved it, and it changed him overnight. He just, for whatever reason, he felt way more comfortable. Obviously lighter, more suspension. I mean, it was just better. And I bet we only had that 4 months. We just traded in the other day and went to an E3, you know.
But
so
it was still the right move.
It's still the right move, you
Yeah.
know. I could just tell he was more comfortable, and he was looking a little bit like a monster on that little bike. And you know, you lose money every time you make the transition, but you know, I don't know.
But what did your kid gain?
Right.
Like that money directly went into your kid's mental health, like confidence and just feeling like a champion, right?
And I'm blessed to live in the era of the electric bikes too. You know, you know,
Yeah, that would be nice.
Instead of having the, like you said, the 50 with that centrifugal clutch that's jerky and all
my gosh.
these kids got the nice quiet bike, the nice easy throttle delivery, the modes.
Oh, we would do electric. If we were doing it over, we'd do electric for sure.
One of his friends, they just got an electric like little tiny bike for their little kid,
Right.
and they let me ride it around, and I just wanted to
They're
take
fun.
it.
They're pretty amazing.
It
Yeah,
was
they're fun.
so much fun. I was just they go fast
They do.
too. Oh my gosh, they're so much fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think kids are capable of doing a lot of hard things. We just got to let them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most parents, I mean, to their credit, they don't want their kid to get hurt. They don't want their kid to be scared. But sometimes that's what a kid needs. I'll be honest. Like, I let her go out and do stuff over her head and learn. But like, I think it's working. She's turned out to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Jordan Peterson had that quote, you know, let kids do dangerous things in a safe way.
Yeah.
That was the quote.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you've got to let your kids explore, take a little risk. Don't let them go wild, you know. But as long as you get decent gear, decent bikes, and a little bit of a controlled environment, don't hold them back, you know.
Yeah.
And when you're starting at 5 years old, letting them get some slack at 5 years old, there's only so much they can do to hurt themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
If they don't get any slack until they're 18 years old, they get all the slack all at once and they're going to make some bad decisions.
Yeah.
Very true.
So you want them to kind of have something that puts some sense into them so that they know how to put the brakes on a situation before it's too late.
While they're moving slow and close to the ground.
For sure. Yeah. And you know, you hear me talk a lot about like moto to real life stuff because I'm a firm believer in it.
Yeah.
So,
well, guys, we've been rolling for probably about an hour and 20 minutes. So did you guys get everything out that you wanted to put out there? Is there anything else we
I mean,
cover?
It's just nice to come down and see you guys again, hang out, and just kind of talk some moto with people that have an appreciation for it.
It has been awesome to catch up with you guys. It's been a long time. So we wish you the best of luck this weekend at the race.
Thank you. Let's hope I don't come back with crutches.
Let's hope not.
Well, I hope to see you guys at some desert races.
Yes,
If
please.
you
That'll be so
think
much
about
fun.
it, you know who you're going to talk to get you set up.
Right.
We'll get you in there. We'll get you set up just right.
All right.
I definitely thought about doing this weekend, for no other reason. There's really nothing. There's not
Nothing
a moto
else to
track
do.
for us to try, but I would imagine we'd probably do the works if they come back to Cedar, and we'd probably do the Battle of the Borders if he's not sick again. I won't tell him I entered him this time.
You guys should definitely go to the Saratoga Springs one or
Where is it?
Saratoga Springs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's like it's pretty low key.
She likes every race, though.
Yeah.
If you ask her opinion, she's like,
Like that one's
I like this one.
that
and
one's
this one,
not a
and this one.
national, so there isn't like super competitive people.
Yeah.
That one's just more of like ride time. I think that one's a good one to start for a desert.
Nice. Well, we'll definitely consider it.
Hit us up anytime for advice. We'll get you set up right.
Appreciate it. Is there any people, sponsors, anybody you'd like to thank before we wrap it up?
Who are your sponsors?
Well, Alpine XC is always going to be the top because they've always helped me for everything. And then Rhino Power, I have supplements from them, and they work too. And I like to eat their like little
Mana bars.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love those too. Those
Yeah.
are so good.
The little
pretty
goo
good.
pouches.
Yeah, the little goo pouch, that's my favorite. So good. And then a Turbies.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course FAF Racing. That one's a big one, and I'm just so excited to see where that team goes, and I think it's gonna go far. I think it's gonna be awesome.
That's awesome. I hope so.
I'm excited
That's
for
cool.
it.
What about you, Derek? Anybody?
And I think the biggest help I get is from like-minded people, friends.
Yeah.
She mentioned Alpine XC. He's my friend Josh owns Alpine XC. We've been friends for a long time, and he's just always from day one never asked for anything. He's just anything we can do to keep you racing, anything we can do to get you out there, and just kind of took her in under his wing with we don't owe him anything, like he's been a really good friend to us, and all of my close friends, they're always willing to support me. And I think that stuff goes a really long way. So
Yeah.
Nice.
it's just the community in general, I guess is what I'm saying.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, again, best of luck. Ride safe this weekend. Race safe.
Thank
Don't
you.
come back on crutches. And it was a pleasure to get caught up with you guys again. And we hope to see you soon in the future. We'll
Yeah,
be
this was
watching.
awesome.
All right. Look forward to it.
That's the end of today's episode on Holeshot Hustle, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Take care.